Okay, so the plan today is to get most of the driveway down. Just had these 2 piles delivered this morning. They're 15 tons each. That pile back there is 10. I was only getting 5 with the dump truck, and these 2 piles cost me $800 cash total. That pile cost me $200 plus probably $50 in fuel. So overall, this is about cheaper, and it takes me an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes to go to the quarry. But just having someone deliver it is definitely worth paying the little bit extra money that you get for it. I couldn't find any 10-foot or 12-foot fabric, so I ended up getting, well, there's no, I got 6 foot by, what is that? I think this is 300 feet. I think that's how much these are. Anyway, I got those from Amazon. They really weren't that expensive. I think they're $500 for all of them, which that should get me 600 feet total. We made this a little bit wider. I think that's okay. Those big dump trucks kind of, they're squeezing through there a little bit. So I may just try to take out some on this side right here, so it's more straight. A couple more feet there, because I'd like to keep a lot of those trees on that side. We'll do that someday. I tried to make this wider, but then I just drove that pickup truck back through here, and it scratched a couple places. You can see my tire marks. Basically judge how wide I need to go based off my truck. I mean, we don't need it really wide. You can see little footprints. Anyway, you can see like right here, it's a little tight. It's pretty tight, so I'm gonna have to widen this up a little bit. This may all just be gravel. I may be best off just making this whole thing just filled up with rock. See, a lot of these things overhang. I need to go through and cut down. Like those trees, that one would be fine, but these little ones back here, I need to cut those down, because what those do is they grow, then they overhang. You can kind of see this one's doing it a little bit. See how this one's starting to overhang? It's just going to keep growing, growing, growing. It's going to get out. And I'm going to be spending eternity just cutting off these limbs. See this one here? This one's starting to go too. See, it's just going to keep growing in and over. It's not too bad. There's some spots I definitely need to make it wider, but even right through here, this is fine. This should be fine. And all through here, this is fine. There's plenty of room here. As I'm probably eventually going to have to make this more of a straight shot and take out this part right here, because this curve, that curve it's pointless. It's pointless to have that curve there. And there's no trees there. All I got to do is just make that wider. But instead of having to come, let me get a good angle here. Let's see how it curves this way and then back that way, and then you got to go up that hill. Or might as well just make that straight. Just try to make it as straight as can be, or at least straight enough to where we don't have those quick little jogs, because if we need to get a semi truck back here, it's going to be hell for them. So we'll just try to make this part right here and just try to knock that out. Maybe not today. It depends how far that rock gets me. If that rock gets me back here, then I guess we're doing that today. And I put some more dirt here. It's not as flat as I'd like it to be, but it's a lot flatter than it was. I'm waiting to get some more clay to put on top of this. I wanted to put some of this dirt down and see how strong it got. It packs in pretty well. It's just kind of sandy. But that clay would be fine. You can see this is definitely not as steep as it was. Yeah, I might be better off trying to cut this corner a little bit too right here. Let's see from this side. I don't know how well you can see here, but you can, it kind of jogs like back and like a zipper. We don't want that. We want it as straight as we can be. That first curve is just inevitable, and that second one too is, there's no way around that. But that little one there and then this little one here, it's like we're curving to get to the ravine and then coming back up and curving. So I might as well just try to make this, I'll try to make this straighter right here. And it'd be easier to make this turn and coming back this way. I need to take that tree out. I spray painted a question mark on it because I wasn't sure if we're gonna need to take it out or not, but I'm for sure gonna have to take that out. That's too tight right there. I'll probably take out both those trees. Take out this one. Boop, and that one. That way we avoid this other little zigzag. I hate taking out these trees because if you look up, there's no holes. So one, it's all shaded, and two, when the snow comes, I want to try to keep as much snow off of this as I can, because I don't want to have to, if I gotta plow it, then I gotta fix it, and it's just a pain in the butt. And I definitely need to make this wider. I thought I had it wide enough, but that is nowhere near wide enough. I'd hate to take out that big tree right here, because look at all that shade it provides. And there's a nice cedar tree up here too. So maybe I'll just start ripping out on this side. I mean, that's a good tree too. This one right here looks like a birch tree. I'm gonna have to take out that nice cedar tree. I'll show you. And that sun's brutal. This cedar tree right here. It's little, but man, the cedar trees look so good in the wintertime. And we got one right here. It'd be nice if you could just pull up straight through a cedar, like in between two cedar trees when you get here. Man, I hate taking out these good trees. The weed trees, let me see if I can find a weed tree. I don't see any. I like to keep these good trees. We kept a birch tree here. And I think that one's a hickory tree right there. We tried to keep the good trees that we can, but man, I really want to keep those cedar trees. Maybe I'll try to knock all this brush down around it and see if I can try to take out. Man. I may have to take that birch tree out. Just too bad. I guess there's another one right here. Maybe that one will end up dominating over here. Oh well. All right, well let's get to work. Let's quit walking around. I may fly the drone through here. Get one last round of crappy drone footage when it's dirt. And I'll start putting that rock down. Anyway, let's get started. Okay, I don't have an excavator, so we're gonna have to rip these stumps out with a bucket. It won't be too bad. It just makes a little bit of a mess and it takes longer. I gotta rip out this big stump, this one, then there's a couple little ones in there probably get ripped out in the process. And I think that's the last I have to do, and then we can start putting down the fabric, and then we can start putting rock on top of it. All right, let's get it. I ended up getting both of them. I still have to get this one. I ended up getting these two. It wasn't too bad. Just really messy. Leave a giant hole. Have to fill in. But it's better than leaving them there and not get hung up on them with a box blade. So let's finish getting this last one out and clean this up, and then we'll be good to go.